Hi everyone, this is Mathematics Made Easy channel. My name is Israel. We have on our chalkboard today a topic, factorization and completing the square equation. Why this? It's obvious that calculation or the workings of factorization and completing the square looks as if they are interwoven. People always mix them together. But for the benefit of this video and this class, we will see the difference between the two, but we will first start on factorization. Let's look at this equation, the first example here. Solve the following factorized equations. We pick x squared minus 8x plus 3 equals 0. Therefore, we are trying to carry this plus 3 to this side. That's what we did here. Therefore, x squared minus 8x equals minus 3. This plus 3 will transfer it to the back, return to minus 3. Then furthermore, we will now also look for the half of this second coefficient here, this minus 8x. We want to look for the half. From there, we now say x squared minus 1 all over 2 times 8 over 1 equals minus 8 all over 2. That's 8 times 1, 8, 2 times 1, 2. And the negative sign, we'll put it here. So you divide 2 here 1, 2 here 4. So we'll put the 4 out, raised to power 2. So 4 times 4, giving us 16. So because of that, the half of that coefficient, we arrive at 16. Then we now add that 16 to the both sides of our equation. This particular equation here, we'll pick it out. So that means x squared minus 8x, that's 16 plus 16, equals minus 3, that's minus 3, then same 16 that we want to add to both sides, plus 16. So from here now, this equation here, we need to look for the half of these two. The half is what we're going to bring down. So the half of this one is going to give us x squared minus 4 raised to power 2. How did we get this one? Because we have 8 here and this one, we pick this 4 here inside and we close the bracket, raised to power 2. Then if we multiply this thing together, it will come back to this equation. That's why we pick this one as a half. Then if you remove minus 3 from plus 16, it will give you plus 13. So let's move further. So we remove the bracket, we transfer this root to this side. It will now give us x squared minus 4 equals plus or minus 13. So we can't leave it like this because this is part of our last video that we talked about non-rational equation. So from here, x squared equals this minus 4, we transfer it to this side. It will give us plus 4 plus or minus root 13. And if you can see now, this equation is not balanced. We can't go further. So that's why we leave this one at this particular answer, and is also method of arranging factorization. We have some other examples that we want to work, that we need to deal with. They said solve the factorizing equation. Let's pick the first one. C squared minus 4c plus 2 equals 0. With this one, we follow the same procedure. So we transfer half to this side, minus 2 to this side. It will now give us c squared minus 4c equals 2. So from here now, we go back here, we look for the coefficient of this, half of this coefficient. So it will now turn to x squared minus 1 all over 2 times 4 over 1 equals 4 over 2. That means minus 4 over 2. Then if you cancel this one, cancel here 2, it will give you 2. So, and moreover, if you now say this is 2 now, this minus 2, when you multiply 2 times 2, it will give you 4, equals 4. Then we now say we will add 4 to the both side. So we go back to our equation, this particular one, let's pick it here. So it now becomes s squared minus 4c. You remember the half of this one, this particular one plus 4 equals 2 plus 4. So from here now, we continue to now become c squared. We will now look for the half of this equation first before we move further. Let's look for the half of this one. The half of this one will now give us minus 2 that we have here, close bracket squared, equals 2 plus 4. So let's move further. Bracket c minus 2 equals this one plus this one is going to give us 6. So we now pick this one. It will now become c equals 2 plus or minus root 6. Then if you now go further, it will give you remember this 2 we take it to this side, that's why we have positive 2. Then c equals 2 plus or minus this one and this. It can go. We cannot get the square root of 6 from this thing. It can go. Square root of 6 we don't have. So we leave our equation like this because it's a rational, non-rational equation. So let's look for another example. Example 2. D squared plus 2d minus 2 equals 0. So from here now, like what we did the other time, so d squared plus 2d equals 2. We transfer this one to this side. So let's now go back to our equation. We want to look for the half of this second coefficient. So it will now become d squared plus 1 all over 2 times 2 all over 1 equals 2 raised to power 2. 2 here divided by 2 is 1, so equals 1. And if you check this one, 2 raised to power 2, 1 times 1 equals still 1. So we add it to the both side. Add 1 to the both side. Both side. Let me clear this one so that we can make use of it. So add to the both side. So we now pick the first equation. So now become d squared plus 2d, then the 1 plus 1 equals we have 2 here, we pick our 2 plus 1 again. We got? So from here now, we want to look for the half of this equation, which is going to give us d plus 1 bracket 2 equals this one plus this one equals 3. So we'll move further again. We'll transfer this thing to this side. So now give us d plus 1 equals plus or minus square root 3. Then it will now become d equals minus 1 plus or minus square root 3. When you look at this answer to what we arrive, we can't go further because this is what we call factorization. It's different from completing the square that people are mixing together. Let's go for the third example. This is the second example. Let's go for the third example. From third example, q squared plus 10q plus 22 equals 0. We'll follow the same procedure. So it will now give us q squared plus 10 equals minus 22. Then from here, we look for the coefficient, the half of this coefficient. So it will now turn to s squared plus half raised to power 2 times 10 raised to power 1. So equals 10 over 2. So 2 here 1, 2 here 5. This one equals 5 bracket 2. So it will now turn to 25. 5 times 5 is 25. So we add we had 25 to the both side. So from here, let's move to this side. Add 25 to the both side. So we now come to q squared plus 10, then q plus the half of that one. Okay, let's pick it plus 5. Okay, plus 25 equals then the 22 minus 22 plus 25. So we had 25 to the both side. So from here now, we're looking for the half of this one. Half of this one we now give us q plus, from what we have here, 5 raised to power 2 equals, if you deduct this one from this one, it will give you plus 3. Then we transfer this one to this side to now give us q plus 5 equals plus or minus root 3. Then from here now, q equals minus 5 plus or minus root 3. Like we said, this thing cannot go further. We cannot get this in. It's under non-rational equation. So let's look at the first example here. Question 4. S squared minus 8x minus 1 equals 0. From this one, we do the same thing. So x squared minus 8x equals 1. So we transfer this one to the side. So from here now, we want to look for the half of this coefficient. So it will now become s squared minus 1 all over 2 times 8 all over 1 equals 8 over 2. If you multiply this one 1, this one 4. So it's going to give you negative 4. So minus 4 raised to power 2. So 4 times 4 equals positive 16. So we had 16. Add 16 to the both side. To the both side. So we pick the equation 2 minus 8x plus 16 equals 1 plus 16. So we had 16 to the both side. So from here now, we are looking for the half of this equation. Half of this equation will now give us x minus 4 close bracket 2 equals, if you add this one together, it's going to give you 17. So from furthermore, so we now pick this one. This one we now turn to, we transfer these two to this side. X minus 4 equals plus or minus root 17. Let me clear this side so that continue from here. So we have x minus 4 equals plus or minus root 17. It will now give us x equals 4 plus or minus root 17. So with this equation now, this is factorization, and with this answer we can't go further. We can't get the square root of 17 because it's a non-rational equation. I hope this channel added value to you. If you want more of our video, please help us to like our page and subscribe to our channel. Till our next video, I'm yours because he cares. Thank you.